can learn a lot from a power group like Led Zeppelin, a lot from their manager, Peter Grant, because Peter Grant was feared. He had the Grant method. He was ruthless as well. He was intimidating. But to Led Zeppelin, he was the G. Today, we're asking the very difficult question. Was the Grant method based on loyalty or intimidation? And where is the line between protective leader and systemic bully? If you've ever had a boss who was tough but fair, or a protector who became a tyrant, this video is for you. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, tap auto download so new episodes are ready for you every time they drop. Now, let's dive in. Grant famously used his size to outtalk and occasionally outmuscle anyone who tried to shortchange his band. And they were his band. To the industry, this was intimidation. You hear people still talking about it. But to the band, it was the ultimate act of loyalty. This is my assessment. I don't know. I've never talked to them about it. But I would think they would have seen this as loyalty. In psychology, we call this protective aggression. So it is the biological drive to defend one's kin. Grant didn't view the band as employees. I think that was pretty much clear. He viewed them as family. I mean, he knew the line, but I believe he created a comfortable atmosphere. But this created a safe container, a safe haven, but it also created a siege mentality. So when you're in a human fortress, which I talked about in the last video, everyone outside of that is an enemy. You become completely aware of everybody else and you're paranoid. The risk of the Peter Grant method is isolation. When a manager becomes the only filter for reality, the team can lose touch with the outside world, with what's right, with what's wrong. This is often where institutional rot begins. When the protector stops listening to the feedback. Oh gosh, I'm tempted to name a lot of cases here, but I cannot do it. But let's just say this is where people turn a blind eye. And it can destroy people, teams, bands. We're looking at the late 70s here and how this fortress eventually became a prison of high-tone stress that even Peter Grant couldn't negotiate his way out of. Leadership is a balance of being a protector without becoming a gatekeeper. If you're a mediator, you are often the one trying to break these fortresses down, pretty much to see the truth here. In my private community, we discuss these high stakes power dynamics in depth because a lot of people are struggling with that at work. And if you've spent your Sunday evening bracing for Monday morning, your nervous system is trying to tell you something and you're not listening. You're ignoring it. Maybe it appears too much to deal with. You haven't lost your edge. You've lost your professional sovereignty, which is just worse. For high performers, for the thinkers, and for the sensitive people who are naturally sensitive professionals, just good people wanting to do their work, their jobs. Work has likely taken more from you than it's ever given. Between micromanagers and toxic institutional patterns and your identity being hijacked by bullies, the very environment that's supposed to protect you becomes the very environment that appears to be sabotaging your success. I'm a forensic recovery consultant and a clinical strategist. I'm a specialist therapist. So after 30 years in the trenches, from NHS neurology recovery teams to high stakes court advocacy, I have seen exactly how these environments dismantle the human nervous system, just rips it apart. And I've got tools to help you fix it. I have built a private community called Behind the Toxic Workplace. It's a sanctuary away from the public platforms, and that's why I've made it private. We use forensic science and neurobiology to help you move from bracing to belonging to yourself again, because you would have lost yourself by now. This isn't just about surviving the week, which alone will be taking a lot out of it. But it really does involve an inner shift. The doors are now open. Click the link in the bio to reclaim your rhythm. Let's begin. If today's deep dive resonated with you, it's time to move from clinical observation to strategic action. Your professional identity belongs to you, not your organization. Join Behind the Toxic Workplace, which is a private community for high achievers reclaiming their sovereignty. You'll get immediate access to my foundational recovery course, forensic tools to audit institutional friction, connect with a peer group in a secure private sanctuary. No public algorithms, no professional risks, just clinical strategy and high-level support. The doors are open. Click the link in the description to join the community and begin your inner shift. Let's begin.